I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we are talking to a fascinating woman who is a past life regressionist and a quantum healer. Her name is Elewa, and she joins us live right now on Spotlight. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Oh my gosh, Logan, thank you so much for having me. I'm so humble and I'm so overjoyed. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. You know, this is a topic that so many people have many curiosities about, but don't have access to someone like you. So we do right now. So I've got a lot of questions. So what is a past life regressionist? Let's start there.
That is such a great question. So, a past life regressionist is a person who's able to get you into a relaxed state of focused concentration that allows you to experience a life that you've lived prior to this one. So, you're basically able to see who you were, what you did for a living, your family members, and even how you transition out of that life as well.
Wonderful. How did you get started in something like this?
Another great question. So I think that my whole family can attest to the fact that my whole life, everyone has always known that it was something different about me, right? I've been receiving angelic and ancestral communication as long as I can remember, right? But I'll say that in 2006 is when I really had my big spiritual awakening to where I started knowing what to do with the information that I was receiving, right? So I've been on this journey for quite some time, and I've been a healer all my life, I'd say, through song and just different things that I've done for the community. But this modality itself, past life regression, I actually, 2 years ago, I decided that I would go on my own personal healing journey because that's where you got to start. You got to start with yourself, okay? So I got into it simply by looking to heal my past life trauma and my past life wounds. So I went to training in Arizona for an entire month, which you could look at like a healer boot camp, if you will, where we learned how to deal with the public and how to heal people through the things that they experience during a past life regression. So, I never look back. I love it so much, and it is just amazing.
I'm sure. And, if you could look into the lives of any of us and the past lives of any of us, I'm sure there are amazing stories to tell throughout the generations. Is there one story that really sticks with you that you were working with someone and they disclosed some information that made you say, wow, this is absolutely amazing, or this is frightening, or this is wonderful? Tell me about one of those stories.
Yeah, I mean, I have numerous. I just got off a 20-city tour where I went all over the US doing past life regression. So I've done them now on hundreds of people, right? So you hear all of these amazing stories. And I'm not going to lie, Logan, it's almost like watching the stories. Like back in the day, you used to have General Hospital and now you have reality television. It's sort of like that to me as I'm doing the regressions and hearing the stories, right? There's one in particular where there was a woman who her family had like a drug business. Okay. So she worked for her mother. Well, in that lifetime, she was a man and she worked for her mother, and they didn't agree on, like, there was something that they were trying to decide on. They didn't agree. Right. So the mother actually ordered a hit on her son. So going back into this life, this individual was able to see why they have issues in this lifetime because they're connected to that soul in this lifetime. And their soul still remembers that and still remembers that journey. So that was just one of a million amazing stories that I've heard.
I'm sure. Now, when it comes to past life regression, does it often, or does it sometimes include speaking to people who have died? Like if I wanted to talk to my mom or I wanted to talk to my grandmother, is there any communication like that you've witnessed or been part of?
Oh, absolutely, for sure. So one of the services that I do is called Contact a Loved One. So this is one of those things that I was talking about earlier, where I have abilities to do things that maybe the average everyday person is not able to do. I was born with an antenna up that most people don't have. And what that does is it allows me to work as almost like the liaison in between one world and the other. So yes, it's called Contact a Loved One. And that is a regression where you go into a lifetime that you've lived with that soul. And a lot of times people are able to get answers to questions that they couldn't get from that person in this life while they were here incarnated into this life. So that is absolutely amazing. And yes.
Tell me how one of those sessions works. Does the person sit down, lie down? Do you get them into some kind of tranquil state? Tell me a little bit about a session, what a session would be like for someone who's listening today and would want to, purchase your services.
Sure. Yeah. So what will happen is I have a few different things that I use. So technology is so amazing, right? The biggest thing in getting into regression is to relax yourself all the way down because we do use hypnosis. Okay. So that is the way that we do it, right? But hypnosis itself is just a relaxed state of focused concentration. So my number one thing in the beginning of a session is to get a person completely relaxed, okay? And that's not always the easiest thing because some of us are used to just going, right?
Right.
And we're non-stop, right? So, but that is the process. You want to relax all the way down. And then what I'm doing at that point is guiding that person through their experience, okay? And so in a contact a loved one, we're specifically setting intention for you to go into a lifetime with that loved one, okay? And so they get into the lifetime, they're able to see what their relationship was because a lot of times roles change. Just because someone is a mother to you in this lifetime doesn't mean that that's the role they played in another life. They could have been your child, or they could have been the person at the corner store that just was always kind to you, right? And really motherly in a way, right? So that's the experience. And then after they experience the past life, I then lead and guide them into spirit world, okay? Where they're able then to communicate with many different people that have transitioned. They're angels, spirit guides. So it's a very, very spiritual and beautiful experience. And yeah, people are really, really getting some answers that they've had for many, many years through these sessions.
It sounds wonderful. I really believe that whole quieting down of our inner noise and the external around us is so important if we are going to connect with the spiritual realm. And I think that's truly fascinating. You also work as a quantum healer. Now, is that a little bit like Reiki healing? Tell me how that works.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So with the quantum healing, so a past life regression, you're going into the lifetime simply just to see who you were, right? That's powerful because some people need to see themselves in another life. They need to see themselves in their most powerful lifetime or see themselves overcoming something, right? And that gives them encouragement in this life. But a quantum healing is a little bit different because in a quantum healing, we're going into the lifetime with expectation that there is some trauma there, right? So again, it's all about setting intention. We set intention that you're entering into a lifetime where there was trauma, there was an experience, and there was something that occurred that your soul has stored in your soul's DNA, right? And even though you're not in that lifetime anymore, you're still playing out a lot of that, okay, in this lifetime. And that's what we call like a karmic time, right? So in a quantum healing session, the focus is healing. We're not going just to review the life like we do in a past life. We're going to heal something that you need to let go of so that you can go on and be your greatest version.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think that's fascinating that, people might have depression or anxiety or fears in their life that are not born out of this existence, but are actually born out of past existence. And that's where someone like you coming in and working as basically a spiritual guide truly helps.
Yes, absolutely. And I've seen some amazing things happen. It's like in the actual session, you can feel the healing taking place. Those individuals who have watched my videos that I've done so far, people watching the video, what's so crazy is they're getting healing. They're watching the videos and their lives are being changed because they can identify with a lot of the things that they're healing and that they're hearing, so it's incredible, not just for myself, but even the people who watch it. So that's tremendous to me too.
That's wonderful. And part of your work, if I'm not mistaken, is done remotely. A person can contact you and you can work with them from a different state or a different country, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I do Reiki energy healing, which is a beautiful modality. I do traditional Usui Reiki, okay? So this is a hands-on form of healing which uses gentle touch, right? But there is a form of it that can be done long distance, okay? So because we're working with energy, and you got to understand that energy is neither here nor there. It's everywhere all at once, right? So you can tap into a person's energy field and assist them with healing through Reiki, hands-on energy healing. You definitely can.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now you have a terrific opportunity coming up for folks in the Michigan area, or even if they're not in the Michigan area, it'd be well worth the trip. It's a pop-up healing event. Tell me when it is, where it is, and what's that all about?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't be more excited about this. If I was, I'd probably just fly all around. But I'm so grateful. It is my first. I'm branching out. Like I said, I just came off a tour and I did that with a company of individuals. But this is my first time branching out on my own. Okay. And so the pop-up healing is going to be in my home state. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. So I'm going to start with home, right? You got to heal your home first before you can do anything else. So that's why I decided to start here. It's going to be August the 22nd through the 26th. I'm going to be doing quantum healings, past life regression, contact a loved one, and I am also offering Reiki energy healing for those who want to come in. So, they can drive in, they can fly in. I just encourage everybody to come out because it is something you definitely do not want to miss.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity to work with you one-on-one. People can find out more on your website, numerounoawakening.com, I presume?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
People can actually, I guess they should make an appointment or book a session. Tell me what they should do if they're planning on attending.
For sure, yes. So they can visit my website, which is the numerounoawakening.com. On the Numero Uno Awakening, not only can you book the sessions, but you also can sign up for my classes because I do teach classes as well. And so there's something for everybody there, whether you're looking for healing, whether you're looking to build yourself up, whether you're looking for this type of healing for a family member or a friend, you can find that on the website. Okay, you can actually go directly to my booking site, which is www.ia.me. So that's how you can get directly to the booking site. And once again, everything that I offer is there for the collective. Wonderful,
wonderful. This must be very life affirming for you. I think all of us live our lives thinking that, it's limited, that we're all going to die someday. But the fact that you're so connected to the spiritual realm, that you're helping other people connect to the spiritual realm, makes us feel that our life is not finite, that it's infinite. And that's a wonderful message I think you give to viewers and give to the folks that work with you.
For sure. Well, I think the saying goes, energy never dies, it just transforms. I don't even call it death. I don't refer to my loved ones as being dead. To me, that's disrespectful because I see it that way because I communicate with them so often. Okay. So I know that not to be true, right? They've just transformed and they've taken on another lifetime. They're in a place where they are infinite, like you said. And so I just have a different relationship with transition than maybe other people do. But I'm grateful for that. And I'm also grateful to be a beacon and to share that with individuals, especially ones who are grieving, so that they know their loved ones have never left them. Okay. They're always around. And a lot of times they're doing a lot of things to make communication to bring about that healing. But not all the time do we catch the signs, right? So that's why someone like me, I step in that situation and I come into that experience and I offer healing and I offer words of encouragement and a lot of times direct messages from their loved ones. So it is very incredible to see somebody's heart heal right in front of you.
I'm sure. Well, your energy and your good spirit and your good heart pop right off the screen. It's been wonderful speaking with you today, Ia. And I encourage everyone to go to the website, the numerounoawakening.com. It's on your screen right now. Go there, learn more about her work, learn more about her pop-up event in Michigan later this month. And you can truly change your life by knowing about the lives you've lived before. Ia, Elewa, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. Namaste. Gratitude, supreme gratitude for you having me here. And I love everybody who's listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been a true delight. Namaste to you as well. And to our viewers at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.